Hi, hotties, kettles, tea stirs. You here for hot tea? All commentary is alleged, and in my opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. Okay. So let's talk really quick, right? Because it's late. I almost didn't do this live. I'm not gonna even lie to y'all. I almost didn't do this live because I'm like, girl, I am tired of talking about Nostradamus and her thick ass nose. Um, but people are DMing me and they want me to do the part two. So I do want to stick with my word and do the part two. Wait, part two, OMG. Yeah, people wanted me to do the part two yesterday, last night. But I didn't get a chance to do it. So I'm doing a part two today. But realistically, the part two is really just more of my opinions, my thoughts, etc. And I was not expecting so many people to be tuned in to the video yesterday. And I just want to say I thoroughly enjoyed cussing a lot of you new hoes out that got up in my comment section saying stuff like, why does it matter? You're too invested. Why are you yelling, etc.? Because why are you here is the real question. If you don't like my delivery, if you don't like the way that I respond to things, if you don't like the way that I speak, talk, etc., you can click off. It's very simple and it's very easy. I do it all the time, even to the people that I like when they are speaking about things that I don't want to hear or they're speaking about things that I don't care about. I guess what? I take my button and I click off, or if I'm on my phone, I click the button and I go on about my merry way. Okay. I keep it very cute. Okay. Very demure, very cutesy. You understand? When I don't like shit, I click off. I move on to the next. I watch something else. You understand? It's very simple. So yeah, I don't want to spend too much time cussing you hoes out, but I will because I actually enjoy it. You need to understand. I have a brand that says "Buy Ho." There's nothing I would love more to continue to dismiss you hoes because again, it is my channel. If you do not like the way that I talk, just leave, girl. Shit. Do you know how boring it gets watching people talk about the same things in the same way? Like, we are all speaking about the same topics. Do you know how boring it'll be to watch people deliver these topics the same exact way? I'm very animated. I'm very loud. Okay. I'm very myself. Anywhere I go, I am just very full of excitement. Anything that I do is very fun, it's very loud, it's very entertaining. And if that's just something that you don't like, move along. Okay. Because I am not one of these other bloggers, and that's no shade to the other bloggers, like all of the professional bloggers, you know what I'm saying, all of the Kempires and DJ Richie Skies and Make It Make Senses and all of those people. I am not those people, nor am I trying to be those people, nor do I want to be in those lanes. I do not want to do that because there is a certain level of professionalism and stage presence you have to maintain. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to fake the funk, or, and I'm not saying those people are faking the funk, but at the end of the day, you know, you know, you have to be able to mix and mingle with plenty of people, even if it's people that you don't necessarily like or you wouldn't necessarily like. And that's not the type of person that I am. I'm a regular girl on YouTube discussing topics, basically gossiping with a whole bunch of people that I just met who we are now friends and family. So when I get on my platform and I'm talking and I'm screaming and I'm more passionate than you would like, then get your ass off, okay? Because I'm not gonna speak about any topic boring in a boring manner. That it doesn't matter what we're talking about. We could be talking about reality TV, we could be talking about voting, we could be talking about the cats down the street, we could be talking about your neighbor's tea. This is just who I am. It doesn't matter what the conversation piece is. And just because you hear somebody speak in animated or whatever the case may be, doesn't necessarily mean they are too invested. Like literally, you should hear the conversations that I have about the price of milk, bitch. What are we talking about? So no, too invested. I mean, I'm over here making money, bitch. And I have a level of passion in anything that I speak about. Like, that's not an issue. I'm not ashamed of that. Furthermore, I don't understand like this oh, why are you so invested? It's just a reality show. Like, girl, even if it was just a reality show, the host still plotted on somebody to be on a reality show. That's still something that she very much did, that is very much weird, that is very much odd, that people do in the real world, that should be called out. Like, what are we talking about? People do that in corporate America. They get cool with people even though they don't like the person, just to take their position. That's that's bringing somebody, pulling somebody down while you trying to lift yourself up. I'm literally, that's literally stuff that happens in the day-to-day world. So how about use the depth, take the context clues, take the messages for what they really are, and move along, skedaddle. I don't understand. But shouts out to all of y'all that really support me, because girl, 30,000 views. Even though like we've always, done numbers like that, I just, I don't know. I wasn't really expecting a lot of people to be watching that night. But let's talk about it, okay? Before we get into it, I want to have y'all seen do y'all watch the VMAs? Okay, we're gonna be talking about Stormy, Nostradamus, Dusty Dan, and we're gonna be finishing up the part two. But before we get into that, just to let a little bit more people get in here. Did y'all watch the VMAs, and are y'all seeing the conversation that's going around Tyla? Do y'all know the artist Tyla? I listen to her music. Like, I don't, like, if it plays, I know the songs. I like the songs. I think she's talented. But I'm not gonna lie, I have seen bits and pieces of her personality that I don't necessarily, you know, care for. And there has been this big conversation piece about her behaviors on the stage toward the mermaid, okay? America's mermaid. And people basically feel like she's snooty. People are basically saying she's one of those African women, because Africa is obviously a huge continent, but she's one of the, because I don't know, I think she's South African, I could be wrong, but she's one of those people were saying on the internet, they feel like she's one of those African women that feels like she's better than Black people, because every interaction that she has with Black people, she seems to have this snobbiness. She seems to have this hierarchy like mindset, or this classist mindset, or she seems to act as if she's better than people, or she acts like Black people are the help. That's what people are saying on the internet. And there's this clip that's circulating around, and is this clip along with some other things that people have seen of her that makes people feel this way. So I want to show y'all this clip, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think. Hold on. And we just talking about this really quick before we get into the Nostradamus topic, because I already told y'all, okay, I'm kind of tired of talking about Nostradamus. I am not gonna lie. She is very aggravating. Her face is annoying. And but I do want to clear a lot of things up, and I do want to finish it off. But let me show y'all this, okay? And I want y'all to tell me what you think. Okay, so hold on. Is it music? Okay, no, it's music. But let me start it over. Okay. So she walks on the stage. That's her assistant. Okay. She tells her assistant to stay behind. Okay. She gets on. Her outfit's beautiful. She looks gorgeous. Okay. So she getting her award. Okay. I'm assuming Haley.
You guys know me and holding awards. I'm not strong enough. Yes, please. Are you able to offer me? Yes, thank you. I'm sorry. Thank
Okay,
you
let's
so
watch it
much.
again. Let's watch it again. She tell her assistant to stay behind, or whoever that is to stay behind. She gets on the stage. Little Mermaid is trying to tell her where to stand.
You guys know me and holding awards. I'm not strong enough.
She says, "You guys know me and holding awards. I'm not strong enough." And then she turns around and hands off her award like people are supposed to just flunk to her. Like, bitch, you're on a stage with Little fucking Mermaid. Cut it out. And I don't know if you know or not, okay, but well, shouts out to Armand Wiggins. Do y'all listen to him? I really, really like Armand. I'm always listening to his channel. And I agree with a lot of his talking points, not everything, obviously. I don't agree with everything when it comes to a lot of people. I only agree, well, anyways, but um he was basically speaking about this topic, and I want y'all to listen to what he had to say. But I thought it was, but people were saying she gives mean girl, very passive aggressive mean girl. And I can kind of see what they're saying, right? Because she gets on stage and she says, "Oh, you guys know me in awards. These things are heavy. We don't really know you in awards, right? You in America. Why would you leave your assistant back if you have a hard time holding awards?" And part of me feels like this is one of those snobby entertainment moments that we probably don't know about. But it's like, oh, I'm getting so many awards, Hailey. Here, hold my award. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But let's finish watching.
Yes, please. Are you able to offer me? Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
Are you able to hold for me? Yes, thank you. Can you ask nicely? Did she say please?
Sorry. Thank you so much.
She didn't even say thank you or please to these. She didn't say thank you or please. She said thank you to the. Let's redo it. See now. Okay, so and this is a badass outfit. Yes, baby. Do you never been a hating asshole? She's nice.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
You guys know me and holding awards. I'm not strong enough. Yes, please. Are you able to offer me? Yes, thank you. I'm sorry.
Are you able to hold for me? Yes, thank you. What the fuck you got going on, ho? What you got going on, ho? Hold on, let me turn my mic down. That's probably why y'all felt like I was yelling yesterday. The mic was probably the volume of the mic. But girl, what you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? And people were saying that Hailey is so respectful. She gave her a hard, classy smile. Like, no. Like, no. Like, bitch, you asked the Little Mermaid to hold your reward. And I think a lot of people were shocked because we've been watching award shows since, I don't know. I'm 27, so I've been watching award shows since as long as I could understand what's going on. I ain't never seen a celebrity ask another celebrity to hold their reward. What type of snobby shit is that? Like, I don't know. I kind of feel what everybody else is saying with that, but I really like Tyla, so I don't know. Maybe it's just a social thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how there's a social disconnect or a social misunderstanding. That's what I'm gonna say. Even though people really feel some type of way that she couldn't answer the question of why she can consider herself to be colored and not black, because people wanted to know that, but instead, she had her publicist get up there and basically not answer any of the questions. I don't know, and people were kind of upset about that. So
No. Ooh, that's cute. Let us know. Now, look, y'all know y'all supposed to be tapping the screen. This is how we do our lights. Tap the screen. Okay. No. Ooh, that's cute.
So yeah, y'all make sure y'all like the video. But the last thing on that, here's what Armand had to say.
Like, you know how foreigners, I'm gonna be honest with you. Foreigners sometimes, they could be very, and maybe we're like that when we go to their countries, but I just feel like they're like hella inconsiderate. You know, and they just be in their own little world, and they don't really they don't read the room that well, and they just used to doing things their way, and they think that you're just supposed to understand it and just go with it, and it is what it is. And it's kind of like, oh, excuse me, pump the brakes. It doesn't go like that here. You know what I mean? We don't do things like that. So in my tweet, I pretty much said, hey, I'm not really sure how I feel about Tyla. I'm not sure if I like her personality, because it kind of feels like she's a little entitled, or she's like an uppity African. And I don't really know how to explain it, but it just kind of feels like this like grandiose or like persona. Like, I think that she needs to be a little bit more humble. And the fact that she is like this celebrity and she's amassed so much success in such a short little amount of time, but then also she's African and from another country, they do things a little bit different. So it's kind of like, she's not reading the room. She just kind of is acting like a diva already. And it's just kind of like, well, girl, hold on. You're talking to a very successful woman here. She's not going to be holding your awards. Lil Nas X does not have to hold your. This is your award. These are not your assistants. And you were looking at Hallie, but it's just kind of like, you're really feeling yourself. Okay? And don't get across seas and start feeling yourself, because here in America, we don't give a about you. You will hold that award. Okay? You can be as Indian and African as you want to be. Because I think she don't claim black. I think she's more like a Hindu or Indian African. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because it made...
I love me some Armand. He is so funny. Okay, but and so here's what she had to say. She said, y'all make everything weird. I was not asking my girl Haley. We just girls. And she said, shut the F up. I won a VMA. And the people in the comment section are not feeling her. They not feeling her. People in the comment section, even up under this post on Twitter, they were like, who are you talking to? They was like, get your shit. They were like, they're not playing with her. And so Tyla, girl, baby boo, I like you, babe. Okay. But you know, I think it's okay to learn, to learn about, other things, because, you going on world tours. So you're marketing to different people. I think you should respect all types of people. And I think that's also something that we should talk about. I mean, not in this video, but in the world in general. Why do other Black people from other countries feel like they are better than Black American people? Like, what is this hierarchy? Like, why? What is this unspoken secret across the seas that all of these Black people of other cultures have against Black Americans? Like, what's up? Like, what's the secret? Can y'all tell us? Because I mean, we don't really be trying to beef with none of y'all or nothing. Like, I'm trying to understand, like, what's the issue, babes? Like, come on. But yeah, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Hold on, like the video.
No. Ooh, that's cute. Let us know. Now, look, y'all know y'all supposed to be tapping the screen. This is how we do our lights. Tap the screen. Okay. No. Ooh, that's cute.
Somebody said, who's y'all? Well, if you are not one of the people, then maybe you should, and not be triggered, right? Because if I was in somebody live and they say all these thirsty ass black women that be pouncing on men, I'm not necessarily going to get in the chat and say, who's y'all? Because I know, like, you ain't talking about me based on my day-to-day activities. I was about to say, because girl, like, I'm not necessarily saying y'all. I'm saying y'all, like the people that do it. So, anyways, let's talk about Nostradamus, y'all, because that's why we here, right? We got to talk about nostrils. Okay, so people want to know. Hold on, let me close my window, right? Because y'all know, anytime I'm talking about Nostradamus, my voice gets loud, and I don't want my neighbors to be pissed off with me. Okay, so people, I was asking the perspective, saying y'all make baseless claims. Yeah. So okay. So when it comes, okay, let's talk about Nostradamus, and let's just start here. All right. Because people continue to ask this question, why does it matter? Nostradamus and Melody is not friends, etc. Okay, this is the question, or not the question. What is, oh, I was about to say, what is going on? StreamYard, how you gonna raise your prices and then not act properly? Like, get real. Okay, but yeah, people continue to say, why does it matter why does it matter if Stormy is cool with Nostradamus because her and Mel are not friends, etc. And I guess what people are intentionally failing to realize, because at this point, I feel like it's intentional. People are doing it intentionally. They don't want to be real about the people that they like, because the disdain that they have for males supersedes any integrity that they may have, or that their parents may have raised them with. Yes, y'all, make sure y'all are liking the video. Do not give hating asshole vibes.
No. Ooh, that's cute. Let us know. Now, look, y'all know y'all supposed to be tapping the screen. This is how we do our lights. Tap the screen. Okay. No. Ooh, that's cute.
That is so cute. Tap, 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 tap. But on that live video, she was like, tap the screen, tap, tap. Hey y'all, hey everybody that's just joining. Make sure y'all like the video as y'all come in. If you've been in here and you just forgot, make sure you like the video. So so yeah, I forgot what I was saying. But people, they basically keep posing this question: why does it matter if Nostradamus is cool with Horion Slorion? And the point is, if you came on the show as somebody's friend, then what exactly did they do within the friendship to to make you feel as though they are such a bad person to where you have to link up with their ex abuser and his mistress or paramour? So for me, what I'm realizing is, at the end of the day, is simply good versus evil. It doesn't matter to people right versus wrong. It doesn't matter. I just don't like this person, so people should be able to do this, that, and the third. And with that being said, Nostradamus came on this show, because I'm not going to go back and play the clips from the first part from yesterday, got 30,000 views. So I'm pretty sure we've all seen it. So you see the clip of Nostradamus sitting at the table at Dusty Dan's event. And sidebar, I think in that video I said that Shanita was at that event. That was not the event that Shanita was at. That was actually Dusty Dan's event. Shanita was not at that event, but I said that in my last video. But we get to see Nostradamus, you know, at that event. And then that was before she was a full cast member. Mel said in one of her lives that Nostradamus and her, they came together and they talked about a plan to get her on the show. And we saw that plan come together in right in front of our eyes, right? The plan was for Melody to pay for Nostradamus' home or rent out Nostradamus' home and use it on the show. And in turn, Nostradamus would eventually, be a cast member on the show. She came on the show as a friend to Mel and beefed with Dusty Dan, Trash Can Stan. And we got to see all of those things happen right before our eyes. And a lot of us were confused as to how it got from, you were fighting with Dusty Dan, Trash Can Stan, buying her a Gucci bag in the car, talking about, but they think we ghetto, to, yeah, I know Ariane, I'll reiterate it, to being at the reunion and seeing you and Mel are not friends. Y'all are building a friendship because y'all have never gone through anything toxic to have to overcome, etc. Okay. So when I say all that to say, she act as if she was friends with Melody. She got on the show and then her true colors start to show. She was always friends with Nostradamus. She knew Nostradamus before ever getting on the show, before ever meeting Melody. So that is what the problem is. At this point, I haven't yelled at it. I haven't yelled it to you. At this point, I've mapped it out pretty clearly. Okay. Let's say that you were a person, you were working or doing, we're not going to say you're on a reality show, seeing as though y'all think, oh, it's reality TV. It's not that serious. Let's say that you are doing whatever job that you do on a day-to-day basis and you meet a girl at the grocery store, and the girl at the grocery store, somehow you and her exchange Instagrams, and she see that you are working at this place, and she tells you, oh my gosh, I've always wanted to work at one of those places. And you are a kind-hearted person, and you say, oh my gosh, girl, I could put you on, this is how we can do it. And you get put on at that job. And as soon as you get put on at that job, or as soon as that person get put on at that job, she then starts talking to all of the employees about you and talking ish about you or plotting on you, etc. And in the midst of you working at this job, you started working at this job to pay for yourself because you're going through a divorce because your ex-husband was cheating on you, etc. And your ex-husband, then that person that you got the job, you gave the job to, started hanging out with the ex-husband. And the ex-husband is the reason why you're going through so much turmoil. How would you feel? Okay. Like, how would you feel? Because I'm only speaking from the standpoint of I'm putting myself in another woman's shoes. And I would even say the same thing when I'm talking about the Sunny Minx and Dusty Dan situation. I'm genuinely putting myself in Dusty Dan's shoes. And if somebody did that to me, I really would feel some type of way, but not to the extent in which I do everything that she's doing. Even if I was on a reality TV show, there's a specific way that I carry myself in general. There's a level of security and confidence that I have within myself. And there's just certain things that I can't see myself doing. I'm not saying that it's above me and I've never done those things, because we're human. We all make mistakes. We all crash out over men once upon a time, or we've all crashed out over men once upon a time. But again, I speak from about these situations like I put myself in their shoes, and I've put myself in Dusty Dan's shoes, and I've said on my platform, I wouldn't be in that situation. So I have put myself in her shoes. So let me share my screen with y'all really quick, because Nostradamus, I don't think, like, she is such a coward. It is so sad. It's so sad how much of a coward she is. She's ugly, she's evil, she's vindictive, she's shisty. And it's the fact that you plotted on somebody, and y'all have to understand. And hold on, let me pull it up, because I know somebody put in the comment section the other day, next time have all your stuff together. Like, bitch, get off my shit, because I don't have my shit together. How about that? And if anybody know me, then y'all would know that I don't even like being on live, okay? Because I have the attention span of a fly. So that's why you got cussed out, because you clearly not for me, because girl, be fucking for real. But anyways, somebody said Destiny is unhinged. Yes, the bitch is crazy. She's crazy. Hi, how are you? Thanks for joining. Okay, so hold on. What was I looking for, y'all? Tell me what I was looking for in the chat before I went on that rant. See, I got the attention span of a fly. It's ridiculous, actually. But I was talking about something with... This just happened. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Y'all tell me what I was looking for before I got distracted, please, in the chat, and please tell me. Help a sister out, child. Y'all know I have the attention span of a fly. Okay. Okay. Let me see what you're talking about. Did that just happen? Or are you saying pull that up? Oh, shit. Hold on. Melody is going in right now. Hold on, y'all. Let me show y'all this. Wait a second. Hold on. Let me share my screen. Thank you for that. I appreciate you. Okay. So, hold on. Let's talk about this really quick, and then I'm finna get back to Nostradamus. Nostradamus is just like her mother. That's what I was saying. I was saying something about Stormy, right? We so fucking aggravated with Stormy. We don't even remember. You're a great speaker regardless. Oh my God, Stormy looked like... Thank you. I appreciate it. What? Okay. All right. Let's look at Mel's story, and then I'm gonna get back to Nostradamus, because I was going with a good point, but let's pause really quick. Okay. So I did not know this was going on. This happened an hour ago. It says, Bernice, please come get your badass son, because we, the women of the congregation, is tied. Girl, this is his mama. Mammy. It, girl, it says now Bernice. Girl, look at, hold on. It says now Bernice. We know you probably don't want to claim him yourself, but ma'am, we need you. And I think he does too. Mother's Day with my in-laws and friends, y'all. Mel is kind, because show the name. Show the name, Mel. Show the name. See, I be trying to give Mel a break, but girl. Okay, it says now y'all be sure to download Cloud9 and run up those numbers. Girl, it says, wait, is he saying something? Hold on. Oh, okay. It's just playing her song. Y'all know I can't play that song because I'm gonna get copywritten, but that's Mel's song. Okay. I think he was using her song in this video, or yeah, I think that he was using her song in this video. Okay. And this is why she's reposting it. And she said, now y'all be sure to run Cloud9 numbers up. All right. Okay, now what's going on? In case y'all wondering why, because we are Melody. And before I even get into that, because you know, don't be a hating asshole. Okay, I'm tired of this nonsense.
No. Oh, that's cute. Let us know. Now, look, y'all know y'all supposed to be tapping the screen. This is how we do our lights. Tap the screen. Okay. No. Oh, that's cute.
This is how we do our likes. Tap, tap, tap. Tap the screen, y'all. Okay, so Mel says, I just seen AL live, girl. I will blow his. I can't stand his A. I don't watch him. What happened, hun? Call you and your mom bees, girl, just going off. I had to stop watching it. And then she says, LOL, LOL, sound like the devil is mad, LOL. And then she says he is with his no talking A, he big mad. And then she says, ever since he got those new teeth in his mouth, thanks to my management team, he ain't been the same. Girl. And then she says, may the Lord take him back out. May the Lord take them back out his mouth. She ain't right, girl. Girl. Now back to my amazing vacay. Girl, Mel is on vacation, child. Mel is a hardworking woman. I'll say that, okay? She is a hardworking lady. Like, she works nonstop because, like, the lady works nonstop, y'all. Nonstop. Okay, so for those of y'all that's just coming in, let me just go back over it one more time. Melody is going off on AL, and she's going off on him because I'm assuming I don't know if he just made a video, but it would have had to be been recent because this was posted within an hour ago. So the person is saying from this message that he made a video calling her and Miss Van bees and this, that, and the third. So Melody I guess somebody sent her this and she posted this on her story. And this was from 4 years ago, y'all. This was on Mother's Day with the in-laws. I guess this is his mother. And then it says Bernie. And then, I'm sure she can't get sued because it looks like this is already posted on social media. So it says, Bernice, please come and get your, I'm sure it didn't say bad ass, and she was meaning itch ass, son. So yeah. And I'm saying it like that, y'all, because I don't feel like YouTube limiting my videos and me having to go through all of that like I had to go through yesterday because of all that cussing. And so here's Bernice now, y'all. And I don't know who found this lady, but this is Bernice. And he do look like her. Let me see what y'all saying. Hold on. Let me pull up my chat. Hold on, y'all. Let me see what y'all saying. Yes, y'all make sure y'all like the video. When he got those teeth. Somebody said, y'all take 2 seconds and hit the like button. Yes, y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. There's 700 people in the chat. Do not be a hating asshole, okay? Like, come on. Don't be a hater. Did you see Sunny Ming's live going off on who doxed her and her husband? I didn't know somebody doxed her and her husband. I thought she was saying Dusty Dan doxed her and her husband. That's what we was finna talk about today. But yes, I did watch that live, and in that live, she was talking about Dusty Dan, and she was going in. Yes, and then my phone went dead. But yeah, I did catch it. That's what we're gonna talk about today. And somebody said I caught some of it. He was horrible. He suggested that her mother gave her daughter some of her pounds. It says not Bernice done caught a stray child. Girl, Bernice done caught a stray girl. She is Bernice, girl. They look alike now, child. Hold on, let me see. I don't know, girl. They look alike though, child. They look alike. So I don't know what's going on, but considering that Nostradamus and him are real tight, it's looking like maybe Nostradamus probably has him to be somebody that retaliates against the people. I don't know. Okay. All of this is alleged though. He said some really awful things about Miss Van, so I don't blame Mel. I don't know what he would say. I didn't watch. See, that's the thing. I stay over here over here. I stay over here. So don't even say verbatim what he was saying for anybody that happened to catch it. I would be ashamed if my child was behaving like this. I was in the chat and he was so disrespectful. I don't want to even hear it. I don't even want to hear it. But Nostradamus probably put him up to it because she's also saying this is what she continues to do. This is her pattern. She does evil, wicked things. And this is why in my video yesterday, I was saying Bible thumping ass hoes. So I don't want anybody to get it confused, right? If you are a woman of the Lord, a woman of Christ, okay, you're a woman of God, you be in a church. If you not a Bible thumping asshole, you should not be offended. And I'm really because I said in verbatim, I'm tired of Bible thumping assholes throwing a Bible out there when they out here doing tragic ass shit like what Nostradamus was doing. And I do not want to be cussing so much because, whoo, girl, I am not trying to be dealing with YouTube limiting my videos. So here she is, a Bible thumping hold on. My bad, y'all. I'm trying to come up with a term for to call it, but Bible thumping asshole. Here she is. She says, and I'm telling you, this is somebody that plotted to get on the show. When you really get to the reason why I'm going to continue to talk about this, especially the Nostradamus thing, when you get to see how evil and nasty and wicked a person is, y'all really got it. Like, to me, this type of stuff is scary. It's scary because I remember when Nostradamus had a problem with Melody trying to teach the women how to communicate effectively or how to communicate without being disrespectful, etc. And her having an issue with that. And lady, bitch, I've been a bitch since I came out my mama womb and all of this nonsense. And how she tried to act as if like she would I forget who said it, but somebody said she was a sound bowl gangster. She act as if she's like into all of these spiritual things, but she behaves the way that she behaves in her day-to-day world. And that's not to say you can't be crunk or turned up or hood, ghetto, however it is we be, I be throwing it at her. It's the shit you choose to do to people is what I'm specifically disgusted in. It's the shit you are choosing to do to people and then hide behind your Bible. You're a coward. You're evil. And for the hoes that might say, okay, well, why do you have all of this rage to a person you don't know? Bitch, I don't have rage to a person I don't know. I don't have rage at all. I don't like people that do shit like this in general. And bitch, it could be your mammy doing shit like this. If I get a wind of it, I'm going to call that shit out. What are we talking about? Why are we not calling people out that are setting people up and aligning with abusers, but call themselves girls and call themselves marketing to Black women and promoting products to Black women, but supporting Black men or a Black man when Black women are being unalived every 4 hours at the rate of Black men or their spouses or their toxic, abusive spouses. So not all Black men, obviously, for the dummies in the background that might say that, but to the ones that are actually doing it. And they're doing it because they have a support system while the victims are not having support systems. We see people like Mel's baby mama, Martell, and he has all of this support. Carlos, the Scotts, because you got thick-tongued, stupid Letitia continuously regurgitating his evil, awful lies when she know it's a lie. And then you have people like Nostradamus who is supporting him when she know he's a lie, when she knows that he's trying to take his ex-wife to court for full custody of her kids after he, cheated on her for 5+ years and had a baby on her. How does she know this? Because she's friends with the girl he's doing it with. So you get men like Mel's baby mama that continue to do shit like this to Black women, and they feel like they can get away with it because they have a tremendous amount of support from the community. Even these weird Bible thumping hoes on the internet that are being very vicious toward Melody for choosing herself. And one of the most stupid, wicked arguments that people continuously make is that, okay, well, she knew that he was cheating on her. Okay. He cheated on her. She found out. She wanted to work through her marriage, not allow him to cheat. Y'all are a bunch of evil ass bitches. The fact that y'all continue to regurgitate that. And this is why I say things like, if you would stand 10 toes down behind an abusive man like Martell, then you, your children, your children's children, and the entire bloodline deserve a Martell and deserve to go through every fucking thing and more that Mel had to go through, considering y'all see no problem with it. So if you don't have no problem with me speaking a male like Martell over you and your entire bloodline, then cool, right? You shouldn't have a problem with me speaking like that over you and your bloodline, because you don't have a problem with seeing another woman go through that. Let's say you start a life in a family with a man and he chooses to do something what Martell does, and you choose to work through your marriage rather than leave. Because look, I'm not going to judge any woman that wants to work through her marriage, even through the ups and downs. However, me, I'ma leave. Why? Because I'm evil when it comes to shit like that. If you're going to do something like that to me, I'm going to do something 10 times worse to you, because I don't believe in living a life without, I'm not going to say I don't believe in living a life without get back, because I genuinely believe in, walking away, but I also am not going to let people just lie on me either. But I genuinely believe in, when it comes to, my spouse, like marriage wise, getting my get back. Absolutely. Like, you're not going to do something like that to me and think that we're just going to live a regular schmegular day. And by getting my get back, I mean, like, okay, if you're going to cheat on me for 5+ years and then I try to work on the marriage, which I would never do, I'm just going to simply leave. I want a divorce, and I want 75% of everything, or I don't know how the terms are, but I'm walking away. I'm walking away with bulks and bulks and bulks of shit, because I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this, you, all what comes with this, etc. However, if I was like Mel and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna try to work through this, and then you still choose to do it, I promise you, I'm probably gonna light the house on fire, because you took my kindness for weakness. See, I'm already scorned trying to live next to you, even though you did something like that to me, and we got these children. I'm already, you know what I'm saying, feeling some type of way about that. But the fact that you're gonna do it again and then laugh in my face. Oh, and then this bitch calling me. Oh yeah, I'm finna whoop this whole ass, right? I'm finna go ahead and let her have her baby. Okay. We finna find some charges to put on you. Okay. I'm finna take your baby from you. Okay. I'm finna send your baby to CPS. I want a divorce from you, sucker. Okay. And I'm taking everything that you got. Okay. And I don't care if you don't have nothing. I'm taking whatever's left. All right. And then on top of that, I'm ghosting all of y'all. And for people that be like, "Oh my gosh, the baby don't have nothing to do with it." Y'all, I don't live in a world where people don't suffer consequences. Okay? I don't live in that world. There are too many women that feels like, "Oh, I can intervene in a marriage and he's the only person that should suffer the consequences because he had the vows." No, bitch. He's going to suffer consequences. His mammy is going to suffer consequences, all right, if we fucking with somebody like me, because ho, you raised them. And then, bitch, you're going to suffer consequences. Your mammy is going to suffer consequences. Why? Because that hoe raised you, okay? Your child, if there is any, are going to suffer consequences, because I live in a world where, bitch, you don't get to do shit to people and people are not affected, right? We don't get to live like that, bitch. I'm a pimp named Get My Lick Back. Tennessee girl. I'm a pimp named Get My fucking lick back, bitch. We don't I don't go on about my merry way, okay? We don't do that. If I've invested 12 years into some shit, okay, I'm gonna take everything within them 12 years. And there we go. Shouts out to a Tennessee girl. I was going to call her a pimp named Get My Lick Back, because that's really what it is. We're not doing that. You don't get to come over here. It's one thing if you don't know. Let's say he cheated and you don't know because he lied. Now he playing house over here, and then this is over here. Now all my columns is with him. All right. Now, if you the type of silly hoe that think you gonna intervene, now you walking yourself into whatever. But I've been in a situation to where I had no idea a man was involved with the person, and I found out, and I ghosted him, like ghosted him real bad. And I was so hurt. I did not want to ghost him. I thought, oh my gosh, like I was like, oh, but at the time, I mean, that was obviously at the time, thank God, like, right? Because F him, but I ghosted him. I didn't want to at the time, but my pride, my self-respect, who I am as a woman, meant way more to me than some dingaling. And that's just what it was. So yeah, when we talk about side chicks, mistresses, and things like that, and we talk about karma, understand that karma does not just hit you. So while you may be the type of woman that finds joy in another woman's misery, understand that we understand. I feel like in my heart of hearts, women that are like Sorian are ultimately selfish and really don't care about their kids. And most times, a lot of them hoes make their children to keep men, so they don't even really prioritize their children throughout their entire life. And so they're not good mothers. Anyways, But let's get back into Nostradamus, right? Because this going back to this, because this is a Bible thumping asshole, so she can plot on a woman, a God fearing woman at that, right? Because when if we're going to talk about this, let's talk about Christian on Christian crime. Yeah. No. Let's talk about Christian on Christian crime. I'm really being funny. I'm being so funny. But why like let's talk about how you cannot be a God-fearing woman doing stuff like what Nostradamus does to women and then sitting back and saying like, "Oh my gosh, God loves me. I'm God's favor." Like, no, bitch. That's not how it works, and you better stop using God's name in vain. Somebody said I opened the church doors tonight, girl. They done started running out of here when I said let's talk about Christian on Christian crime, girl. Okay. But Nostradamus, girl, hiding behind the Bible. She says, sitting here with my rose written on eye patches, because she got them eye burning patches, child. Calling it a night, right? This was from yesterday. Because I want y'all to understand, she's a very evil, vicious, manipulative person. So, like I said, I'm sure Dumpster Nose was in the live yesterday and she heard everything that I had to say about her. And I'm pretty sure she heard everything that other bloggers and content creators had to say about her. And so she said, calling it a night, I'm just truly got overwhelmed with gratitude, y'all. She's overwhelmed with gratitude. She says sometimes things happen in your life that we don't expect, don't make sense, etc. We have seasons where things fall apart only to come back together as art, girl. So her business done fell apart. She running away from the show because she's a cowardly lion and she done got exposed for trying to link up with this girl, with Mel's stalker, because the bitch is really a stalker. Okay. She says that's been my life the last 4 years. If that's been your life the last 4 years, then you probably need to figure something out. Okay, bitch. You probably need to figure something out. If the last 4 years of your life are just full of things that don't make sense, you probably need to fucking get your life together. Because, I mean, like, what's up with you? The last 4 years of your life have been full of things that are unexpected and don't make sense. But she says, I'm truly thankful God allowed me to experience all the seasons. I learned just as much during the bad years as I did the good years. It's truly shaped me into who I am today, which is an evil, fat-nosed, long-tittied asshole. It also says, sorry, y'all. It said, well, she said, I'm really proud of who I am because of the faith I've acquired. I feel the closest to being of God than I have ever been, bitch. After plotting on a woman with 4 kids that brought you on a show, you plotted on her with her abuser and her stalker, the people that tried to release revenge P on you. You are really proud of who you are, and you feel that you have acquired more faith and you are closer to God than you have ever been, plotting on a bitch. I'm telling you, this is some Bible. I mean, this is what I call a Bible thumping ass hoe right here, right now, live in action. And she says, this makes me happy. Setting people up and causing chaos and confusion and misery makes her happy. She's currently getting sued by her ex-COO for sharing his personal financial information, allegedly, for not paying him, for using him. She just got exposed for using Melody, for plotting to get on the show, for knowing the mistress and texting the mistress all along. She also says, she's really proud of who she is. She's really proud of everything and all of the chaos and all of the confusion that she's created over the last 4 years. She is so proud. She knows her calling to be a chaotic dumpster nose bitch is great. And she has always moved with that level of understanding. And then here's some more Bible thumping ass shit. She says, to know the journey is to live it. To live the journey is to believe it. To believe the journey is to dream it. To dream the journey is God's plan to have an anointing over your life. And to understand the path is only for you. The conversation today was priceless. Good. Or I'm guessing she meant God has his hands on you. Good has his hands on you, Canvas Beauty, which is God's evil twin, bitch. Okay. You said it right. Good has his hands on you. Good is working on you, bitch. The trying to see good in you is coming. And nobody's still going to be able to see it. And she says obedience requires faith. That's unbreakable. She says your obedience is allowing others to understand God's favor. So this is why I feel like, you know what I'm saying? She probably called up the content creator, told the content creator, boom, 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 right? She said the conversation today was priceless. And all this is alleged. I'm not saying that she went and had conversations with this content creators, this, that, and the third. But what I am saying is she's a Bible thumping asshole. She's a loser. She's a hater. She's jealous. She's envious. She's a liar. She's downright disgusting, just like her mammy, her Billy Goat mammy raised her to be. Her dumpster nose having ass is a disgrace. She's pathetic. She's a coward. She is just vile, and I just don't like looking at her face. And for the hoes that might say, oh my gosh, so much rage for a person you don't know. Like, ho, let me tell you something. I got rage for any bitch that would do something like this to another woman, period. It's never that serious. It's never that fucking serious. And like I said, input, output. You went into this situation being a nasty, negative person, which is why you got nasty, negative energy in return. So this is just Stormy's response. She also says, he who leaves everything in God's hands will soon see God's hands in everything. Like another Bible thumping asshole. She also got them Canvas Beauty hoes, them grease monkey bitches on live on TikTok, you know, doing what they do, slaving for them little dollars, okay? Because who knows if they gonna get paid. Cal didn't get paid, but I'm sure she don't mind paying them, seeing as though they work for a little piece of change. Then probably them hoes that she got from what's it called? The temp service. Okay. It's probably them hoes she got from the temp service. You know, they still working on $7.25 an hour. So they don't have Cal's wage at this moment. Always deflecting, always fake, always a coward. Yes, she's always deflecting, always fake, always lying, always a coward. It's really, she's so obnoxious at this point. But yeah, that's what Nostradamus had to say. And Sunny Minx had went live. I'm gonna talk about Sunny Minx in a minute. But if I'm not mistaken, where I left off in my last video was the where did I leave off on my last video? Hold on, let me pull it up real quick. I think I was discussing the part where, hold on, I'm finna play it real quick. Y'all might hear it in the background. Okay, my bad. So we left off on the last video and we were talking about I was playing the clip with Nostradamus. This was interesting to me because I remember when Nostradamus had did the interview with Carlos King, and Carlos King was asking her, you know, like what where do you think things went wrong with you and Mel or whatever? And she was basically sitting there in the interview and she was trying to act like she didn't know where things went wrong. She said as far as she knew, she found out after the fact that, you know, Mel didn't want to be associated with anybody that was associated with Carlos. And I thought this was interesting because she did this interview with Carlos King, and literally a few months after this, she was pictured with Sheree and Martell. Hold on. I'm pulling it up. Do y'all remember what video I'm talking about? The interview that she did with Carlos, and she was sitting up there, not the one that was in the video in my video yesterday, but the one that was, I think, just before that one. And she had the straight hair. Let me know if y'all know what I'm talking about. She had straight hair in that video. Here it is. Let me let y'all hear it.
Questions. I'm gonna ask some more questions. Anybody would. It's unrealistic to think somebody would it. And I find it to be very weird as fuck when the question, like when you don't like when you saw my interview with Melody, did you feel that she made it seem that you befriended her to get on the show? I won't say that because she didn't say that. But I feel like there was a lot left up to interpretation. Do you feel?
Okay, so now here in this clip, she's saying there was a lot left up for interpretation. I know I have this video. I don't want to airdrop this to myself just to re-show y'all.
I'm asking more questions. Anybody would.
I just want y'all to hear how evil of a person she is and hear how dumb, like the cycle. She continues to contradict herself. And the reason why they've always contradicted themselves is because they've never been genuine in who they actually were. They have always had an agenda, an agenda, and it literally shows.
Questions. I'm asking more questions. Anybody would. It's unrealistic to think somebody would it. And I find it to be very weird as fuck when the question, like when you don't like when you saw my interview with Melody, did you feel that she made it seem that you befriended her to get on the show? I won't say that because she didn't say that. But I feel like there was a lot left up to interpretation. Do you feel like that's been some of the miscommunication between you and her, and some of the reasons why a lot of the fans may have an opinion about your friendship? I think that's definitely a huge possibility, you know? So, yeah. And I feel, like I said in the scene, I feel like the people want us to have a problem.
Do y'all understand how crazy this bitch is?
I told my story many times. Like I was suicidal in college. I wanted to kill myself. I was actually going to do it. I had spent so many years pursuing something that I was told I should be doing. You know, I went from high school and went to the military directly from high school. Like 9 days, I'm in basic training, and before I could even get out of basic training, my mom already had my college schedule made, like without even knowing like what my dreams were, what my goals were. And I didn't even know. So I automatically got thrust into that path of this is what you do. Like, this is what you're supposed to do. And here I am spending all this time. I'm like 27. I'm like 23 credit hours away from graduating. I got a 3.7 GPA. And I'm like, I went to school to major in.
Okay, we don't care. Same story. And matter of fact, let me pull that interview up just so y'all know exactly what I'm talking about.
couples who want to be on Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I'd be like,
2019, late 2019 and 12. And yeah, I don't know.
Let's talk about that. So explain to everybody exactly where you're from, where you were born and raised, and how you became this woman who not only has a multi-million-dollar business, but honey, is a multi-millionaire in liquid, baby. Yes, Miss Stormy.
So I am from DeKalb, Mississippi. It's very small, like population, like less than 2,000. I ended up moving to Huntsville in 2012. And yeah, I don't know. See, the last time you did an interview, you was like, shit, just moved down here. No, I moved down here in 2012. So I've been to Huntsville. I've been in Huntsville for quite some time, like a decade.
You better clear it up, Stormy.
Yeah, and honestly, when I moved down here, I was like, Courtney, you know what? You're from this city, but I'm gonna make Huntsville my city. And I won't say like I made it my city, but I do feel like I made a mark and an impression here in Huntsville. People know.
Oh, honey, everyone knows you. So let's get right into it. So I had Melody Cherie on this podcast recently, and we were talking about you and how you came into my world. And I said to her, me and Angela, producer on the show, we were familiar with Stormy because we created Bell Collective, and your name kept popping up. But at the time, so Bell Collective started in 2020, like right before the pandemic, we were talking about shooting the show. And this was season 1 in Jackson, Mississippi. These boss bells shot a pilot, all that happened. Because I'm like you, I'm big on affirmations. I'm a big prayer person. I'm very spiritual. Like no idea. Alabama
came up together. But
y'all did?
I used to do kind of like a really good friend on that show, Latrice Rogers. Love her. I live there like once every other weekend and do hair. And
did you?
Because I got the call from Angela.
Okay, so you did get the call. So did you know that we were interested in you for Bell Collective?
I did because I got the call from Angela.
Why?
She be on she been praying on such and such. She want to be a friend like
we have
right.
And I think it's so funny because when she did this video in this specific moment, she was talking about the videos that I made. I was the only one on YouTube making videos saying that Nostradamus was plotting on Melody. She been praying on her. She set her up. I had been the only one at that time making those type of videos. People were making videos about how they didn't like Stormy, how they didn't trust her, etc. But nobody was really like on that like I was. And I had so many videos at that time basically saying Nostradamus, my exact words, been praying on Melody, been setting her up. That was even one of my titles. So I just want to make that very clear. That hoe was watching, and it's just crazy how one thing a bitch will never do is call me a liar.
Because like, something to be said once and then turn into something totally different.
I know.
Like, she moved there. She moved there to be on She been praying on such and such. She want.
And look at Carlos laughing. He thinks it's so funny because we know Carlos don't like me. I mean, but who cares? Because now look, you actually was plotting on her. You actually been knew that bitch. And I knew that remember when I kept telling y'all, why won't Stormy say what the real issue is? Why won't Stormy say that we all blasted her for knowing Slorion? Because that hoe always knew her. It's literally always, it's now all making sense. It is so crazy. It's so crazy how it's all making sense.
I'm like, girl, don't do me, honey. I've been here since 2012 and I was doing some big things, you know what I'm saying, before I knew anybody. So yeah, let us clear that up.
Okay. No, we're going to clear a lot of things up because I would like to
make sure y'all like the video.
and the truth from you. So we contacted you around that time we were shooting Bell Collective. So what happened to where the conversations did not lead to you being on Bell Collective? Do you remember?
So I love this. Like saying I don't live in Mississippi though.
Okay, you wasn't
Did I
living
know
out
anybody
there.
from the cast already, or was I familiar with anybody on the show? Did I watch the show? I said yes. And then she asked me,
Look at how she always looking away because she's lying. She don't necessarily want to reveal. Now that we know, like we know it all now. We know it all now. Her and this is so sick. This bitch is sick.
and Angela, I think I remember
Like this is a weird, ugly ass Sid the Ice Age monster looking as weird bitch. Like this is a weird bitch. Like anybody that's co-signing this whole just because you don't like somebody, that's some weird shit. Like I don't care what nobody say. You just think about a person plotting to get close to you and then talking shit about you to everybody that you put them on to, and then like, girl,
Angela saying like, "What happened with feel?" And I was like, I don't know. Does anybody else feel? Yeah, so I had no idea. And then I actually asked me, did I know anybody from the cast already, or was I familiar with anybody on the show? Did I watch the show? I said yes. And then she asked me, did I know anybody? I said I didn't know anyone, but it was just so like, I don't know, divine, call it what you want. But my team was already like,
listen to the lies. Listen to the lies. Let's back it up.
I had no idea. And then I actually asked me, did I know anybody from the cast already, or was I familiar with anybody on the show? Did I watch the show? I said yes.
She asked her, was she familiar with people on the cast, and did she watch the show? She said yes. Okay.
And then she asked
She looks off to the left. Body language is important.
me, when she asked me, did I know anybody? I said I didn't know anyone.
And then she said she asked her, did she know anybody? And now she's saying she didn't know anybody. Look at this ugly ass hoe. So you didn't know anybody, yet it's now revealed that you and Melody actually sat down and had a conversation. You literally reached out to Melody. Yo mammy was on Facebook groups talking about Melody. You reached out to Melody. You asked her to be a brand ambassador. She was your brand ambassador. You paid her to do that. In the midst of y'all meeting, you had a conversation with her. You told her that, oh, you wanted to be on the show, so you wanted to elevate your business and market your business. That's how you kicked it to her. And Melody, being soft, sweet, and kind, not thinking a bitch is plotting on her, po mill, fucking brought you on. She was like, oh, okay, you want to be on the show? This is how we could do it. Oh my gosh, okay. You got a beautiful home. You doing your thing, girl. Okay, I got this video shoot that I'm trying to do. You know, I can even hear Nostradamus saying, okay, maybe you can use my house for a video shoot. We got a pool, Milka said, okay, yeah, that'll work. So boom, we're gonna film my video shoot at your house, and then that's gonna introduce you to the producers, and then boom, you're gonna be introduced to the producers, girl. Yep, just like that. And then you're gonna be featured on the show, and then we're gonna see if the fans like you, and then you're gonna get on the show the next season, and the fans gonna like you, girl, because you're gonna come in as my friend. And so she knew it.
But it was just so like, I don't know, divine, call it what you want. But my team was already like talking with Mel's team about an ambassadorship. And I was like, well, I don't know her, but I know my team is working with her for an ambassadorship. And Angela was like, well, maybe
I don't know her. And I think it's interesting how she wanted to clarify that on here. Well, I don't know her. Bitch, your mammy did though.
meet you that way.
Okay. So did you, when you and Mel started to form this friendship, right? How did Love and Marriage Husband come about? Did you mention it to her that you had a desire to be on the show? Did she mention it to you to be on the show? How did that all work out?
She's so ugly.
I would be lying if I said I knew the exact.
She is very hard to look at. And it's so interesting how she would be lying if she knew the exact way it happened. When bitch, y'all gotta this is a weird ass lady.
a desire to be on the show? Did she mention it to you to be on the show? How did that all work out?
I would be lying if I said I knew the exact particulars because like the initial engagement, I wasn't privy to. You know, like any other big company, you sit around, you get calls, I have a direct.
She's trying to say like her company was so big that she didn't have a conversation with Mel on how she would get on the show. This bitch was going to take it to her grave that her and Mel had a conversation, and you initiated the conversation. You reached out to Mel to be a brand ambassador. That was probably the communications that was had via email or whatever. But everything after that, you had a personal conversation with her. You were able to tell her out of your own mouth that, I really want to be on the show. I want to get my brand out there. Mel would never fucking bring you on the show if she's having conversations with partners of Canvas Beauty about marketing your business to, oh, let's bring our CEO on your show in exchange. That she
Public relations, have a marketing team, and everybody was just throwing out ideas about ambassadors that we could work with and what those deliverables.
Exactly. Pay attention, y'all. That is what the conversation was with. If it was people sending emails and shit, the conversation was about brand ambassadorships. In my opinion, and I wouldn't know this like verbatim, but in my opinion, the conversation was about ambassadorships. She hired Mel to do a brand ambassadorship. She got connected with Mel because of that brand ambassadorship. I'm pretty sure she was on set. Oh, I really like this. I really like that. I really like this. I really like that. And that's how her and Mel got like evil.
Would look like while working with, you know, whatever ambassador. I think the deliverables were a part of it was like a product placement cameo situation where I would make my way onto the show for like one episode while doing a photo shoot and saying, hey, this is the CEO of Canvas Beauty brand, because my team let me.
So look how she looking off. She can liar.
I would make my way onto the show for.
So she's making it seem like her team put this together when bitch Mel said it. Mel said it. Mel said it. Just ugly like her mama.
For like one episode while doing a photo shoot and saying, hey, this is the CEO of Canvas Beauty brand, because my team let me know that a part of Mel's story at that time and a part of her life was she was rebuilding from a divorce. So it would look really well to have like the ambassadorship.
She's lying. My team, girl.
With another big company in Huntsville, and that would lead to X, Y, and Z deliverables. So it wasn't a matter of being on the show. I don't think Mel, I even had a conversation about just being on the show until like that first scene at my warehouse. You know, Mel was like, if I had known you wanted to be on the show, she was like, you know, like we could have been on the show. Like she did say that. And I was like, no, for me, everything is about my brand. Like I care about Canvas Beauty. I was like, you know, but being on here is a really good experience and I like it. I was like, so yeah, you know, more me, more Canvas, more love and marriage Huntsville. Like
very
this kind of what we were, but it was always supposed to be pitched as far as like the product placement.
Gotcha. So just to
like somebody fake me my friend, etc., to be on the shows. There was never some underlying thing like somebody fake me my friend, etc., to be on the shows. Never that.
I want this timestamp. I'm never gonna let you live this down, bitch. 850.
Underlying thing like somebody fake me my friend, etc., to be on the show.
I'm never gonna let you live this down.
There was never some underlying thing like somebody fake me my friend, etc., to be on
somebody
the show.
Put that timestamp in the chat, please.
Okay, so
848.
I got a question for you about that.
Friend, etc., to be on the shows. Never that. For some underlying thing like somebody fake me my friend, etc., to be on the shows. Never that.
Okay, so just to recap, I got a question for you about that. So to recap, one of the credentials, right, form that in love
Yeah,
with
like
you.
it just happened way faster because I'm like, you know, one thing that's like Kevin's Beauty Brand photo shoot, hi, this is CEO, turned into like full on Mel's Friend TV show. You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I'm riding with it. Because once I got into like filming, I was like, I do enjoy the experience. I wouldn't have thought
Ho, you wanted to be on the show this whole time, you thirsty mutt mouth, dumpster nose, dumpster truck, dump truck, titty truck, nose asshole. Like you wanted to be on the show the whole time. Yeah, mark that timestamp, 8:48.
I would have. Because another thing too, for me, it's important to know, like, that was kind of like never my whole intention. Courtney is not like, it's still like pulling teeth to get Courtney to say, yeah, I love this experience. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, it is,
So,
darling.
Like, it's love and marriage Huntsville. You can't be on this type of platform. You're married and not show your husband. Case, I would have known like it would have been a smooth thing going.
Interview with Melody.
I won't say that because she didn't say that. But I feel like there was a lot left up to interpretation.
Do you feel like that's been some of the miscommunication between you and her and some of the reasons why?
I think that's definitely a huge possibility, you know? So, yeah. Yeah. And I feel like
what's evil to me is how she tries to act innocent, like she never did anything, like she just doesn't know. Y'all, it's 12 o'clock.
Like, I don't want that because that's not a thing for me. Like, I don't have that type of energy. I don't do those type of things in life. Like, my focus is literally on like everything that God put in my spirit to pursue. You know, I don't focus
evil.
or like try to do the extra stuff because I've never had to.
You have had to do the extra stuff. Yo, ugly, basic face looking ass bitch. You don't have pretty privilege. You don't have any fucking privilege. You're ugly as shit. And I know that's mean, y'all. I get it. I get it. Oh, you face shaming or you shaming. I don't care. Nobody is perfect. Nobody is the prettiest person in the world. But to me, Nostradamus is ugly as fuck. I'm pretty sure I'm ugly as fuck to other people. But guess what? I wouldn't give a fuck. But I know that Nostradamus cares about being pretty, but you're not pretty. You're ugly. You've always been the ugliest bitch in the class.
Yeah, no, listen, I will have to.
Just ugly as fuck. You always had to do too much, bitch. You're not effortless. You're not effortless with your strong ass face, which is why you had to go and get all that surgery. You have to do too much. You have to. Everything you do, you got to do too much. And it's not necessarily a bad thing if you beautiful, but bitch, don't try to say like you never had to. You did, you do have to do all of those things. You have to plot, plan, and position yourself. You don't now have the natural order, which is why you so fucking mad. And somebody also said, oh my gosh, like you really jealous of her. Jealous of fucking what? Jealous of what?
Agree with you because one thing that we enjoyed about
Dipset nose having asshole
getting you on the show, awesome. We like to take more shade to others. Yes, hard you are and all across the world. A black to not only have a multi
million times. Like I was suicidal in college.
We don't care.
I'm like, you know, I didn't want to teach. Like, wait, I'm me somewhere to like.
Oh, now I didn't want to teach. You can't.
There's that moment in work when
You're
there's
dumb.
too many tools and the spark fades.
23 at the time.
It's like, you know, I'm in Huntsville like $800. I had no plan.
I don't have time for this crying and shit. We
And
don't care. You a lying ass, goofy, loser ass.
But let me say this to you.
Anybody that sits up here and talk about taking, almost taking their life, but will sit up with an abuser, somebody that's trying to break another woman. I don't listen to none of that. I don't go for none of that. It's all for attention. I don't go for any of that because if you really like that, then you have sympathy for others. This whole lack empathy and sympathy for others, and she's evil.
I believe the voice will later on. No, you. Listen, who
Ugly.
because
She just so ugly. It's so hard
Maybe.
looking at her.
No like intention of like dropping a product. It was my customers, their hair was growing back. It was like giving them years time I had turned that into a
Anyways, there's another video that we're gonna talk about, but we're gonna talk about it tomorrow, y'all. It is late, okay? And we've been on live for an hour 30 minutes, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get off. It's late. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I really did want to finish this. I didn't know it was gonna take this long. Okay, I got to go. Okay, I'm sorry, I got to go, but I do want to finish talking about that other live that she did with, because I just want to be able to piece all of these together. And you are right, Stormy is dangerous. She's hateful and she lies and she's dangerous. It's evil and it's not okay to be able to do shit like this to people. It's just not normal. And the fact that she talking about, like all of these things that she said in the future, and it ended up being a contradiction. These were things that she was trying to do to position herself to be like this good person when she never was that. And she was also trying to position herself and she was setting Mel up. But good night, y'all. I'm out of here. Thank y'all so much for watching. We're gonna finish this. It was so good seeing you.